What's up, grinders? Welcome back to the channel. Now, today I wanted to talk about some crazy-ass goddamn shit that's happened over the last few days. Now, this ain't language-related, so if you're here for language-related type of shit, yeah, this ain't gonna help you in any way. It might traumatize you, because that's what it did for me, but I figured I'll share this here because I did make a couple of shorts about this, and people have been asking me, so here we go. So, what's happened? Now, you might have noticed over the last few days I haven't dropped as many videos as normal, although the ones I did drop seem to be bangers, so that worked out quite nicely for me. But I have not been dropping as many videos, and that is because I've been going through essentially hell. I am running on caffeine, like no sugar fucking full caffeine Coke right now, and just the will to live, pretty much. And this all started last Thursday night. So what happened? Well, it all starts with a little ginger furball being my cat. Now, let me give you a little bit of backstory about this cat. Now, if you've watched my channel for a very long time, you know that I have a ginger cat whose name is literally Kato, which means cat in Esperanto. There's a whole story for why it's called cat, why I have a cat called Cat, but that's not for today, okay? But this cat plays a very important role within my life and relationship with my wife. We got her after we got our first apartment. She always wanted to have like her own pet, but parents wouldn't allow it. Now we own our own apartment. Fuck you, parents, I can do what I want. So one day she calls me up on the way, from work to home and says, quickly, go home, grab a box and some fucking chicken or some shit. I'm like, why am I going home and grabbing a box and chicken? She's like, I'm getting a kitten. And I was like, okay, well, I guess we're not discussing this, we're just doing this. So we ended up adopting some like kitten for like $15. Now, that number might seem kind of random why I'm specifying that we bought a kitten for $15. Trust me, that's an important number. It's going to play a big part in the story coming down the road, okay? And by the way, this story's not over, so you're probably going to have to wait for a part 2 in a couple of weeks. But anyway, what happened was, on Thursday night, my cat, my ginger furball, okay, he's walking around the house, kind of like slowish and shit, but at the same time, he's like breathing as if he's just been to the gym and pumped out a set. He's like, type of thing, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. My wife is like, yeah, there's something weird going on here, but maybe he's just, I don't know, hyperventilating over the fact that we limited his food supply or something, which we didn't, but like, cats, they're basically bin chickens, man. So like, he's doing that, and then stuff gets even more weird where he starts like doing this like random fucking sneeze where he's like, fucking like, I don't know, like that Jabba the Hutt shit or whatever. No, it's not Jabba the Hutt. What is it? Jar Jar Binks, same shit, okay, from Star Wars. He's like, doing that type of thing. And we're like, okay, yeah, there's something going on here, but maybe he's got cat flu. And for those who don't know what cat flu is, well, it's basically like human flu, except you also get gunk that comes out of your eyes, and it's fucking disgusting. But we thought he might have that, okay. But there was no gunk coming from the eyes, and it just seemed to get worse and worse to the point where he's just like, he was sitting down next to us going, type of thing, and then just like fucking liquid just starts pouring out of his face, like out of his nose and his mouth, and it's like foaming and shit, and we're like, yeah, no, this is fucking wrong. So we had to find a vet. And fast. Now, to give you an idea of the vet setup here in Australia, you got 3 types of vets, okay? Sorry, I just kicked my fucking camera. Let me just rotate that shit back into position. We don't want to see Elmo, let's just move that. Okay, so anyway, we've got 3 types of vets. Now, the first one is like your general GP vet. You rock up, they give you some medicine, they clap you on the back, give you a big bill, and send you on your way, okay? Then you got the second type of vet, and this one's like a hospital vet, where they'll do x-rays and shit like that. It's pretty good. They got most of the things there. And then you got the fucking ICU unit. This is where Dr. House of fucking cat veterinaries work, Like, this is where the big bucks is at, and we'll get to that. So, we rush to the, the hospital vet, the closest one we can find, and there's none where we are because this is an entire new suburb, okay? There's literally nothing here but houses and farmland. Like, they're still building all this shit in between. So we rush to the nearest vet that we can get to. We rock up. The vet there's like, she's nice. It's like nighttime, so obviously language study out the window, fucking videos out the window. Anyway, she takes us in the back. She's chatting calmly with us. So she's putting that little thingy to listen to their fucking heartbeat and shit on. And then she's like, okay, well, I got some good news and some bad news. And I was like, okay. Hit me with the good news, and she's like, I know what it is. Bad news is it's heart disease. He's got 6 to 36 months to live. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to process that information. And then she walks out of the room. My wife just turns to me, fucking starts bawling, man. Like, fucking tears coming out of everywhere. Like, this is a traumatic experience, and the way it was presented was fucking terrible, okay? There was no, like, bedside manner. It's just like, have fun type of thing. Now, obviously, after I've, like, fucking, done what I can to try and calm her down, which is like absolutely nothing. I've just basically acted brave while internally bawling myself. The vet comes back in and I'm like, okay, fucking, what do we do in this scenario? Okay, you tell us like 3 to 36 months. It looks like he's got about 5 minutes right now, and he's like, from the face just looking at us type of thing. And she's like, oh, that's okay. What we'll do, because obviously there's liquid in the lungs, we'll dry him out. I don't know, like, the shot that she used, so I'm just going to dry him out. Just imagine, I don't know, put him in a smoker house or something. But we're going to dry him out. We're going to put him in an air tank. That's going to up the oxygen. He'll be able to breathe, you know, get the liquid out of the lungs. And then we'll also do an x-ray just to be sure type of thing. And it's like, okay, cool, let's do that. So she's like, okay, x-ray time. She walks over. Now, to give you an idea about this cat, okay, this fucking cat don't like no humans. Except my wife. Fucking absolutely adores my wife. Every other human can fucking die for all he's concerned, okay? So she comes across and he's fucking foaming and it looks like rabies, man. He's like, type of thing. She's like, okay. And I'm like, okay, let me try. Now, with me, it's kind of hit and miss. Really depends on his mood. It's mainly like 90% want to kill you, 10% okay, I'll deal with you because sometimes you feed me while she's not present type of thing. So like I'm holding him down while she's trying to give him a shot. My wife is bawling in the corner, okay, and he's like fucking foaming and shit. And then eventually he's like, oh, you know, he's all sedated and stuff. We put him in the x-ray, he gets x-rayed. She looks at the x-rays and she's like, yeah, there's fucking liquid in the lungs. Seems like he's not in the greatest of states. And I'm like, yeah, well, obvious. Fucking, I can see that for myself. She's like, yeah, he's got heart disease. And I'm like, oh, okay, what do we do? What do we do? And she's like, okay, yep, in the tank for the night. We'll give him some stuff. And then I'll give you pills. And then, you know, happy-go-lucky 3 to 36 months or 6 for 36 months, whatever. Have fun type of thing. So we leave him there at the IC in the air tank, okay? He's unhappy because he does not like leaving the house. He's an indoor cat, okay? And I go home and then I spend basically the entire night trying to comfort my wife and make her feel better because this is basically her child, okay? Like, she fucking loves this thing. I love it, but at the same time, this cat is glued to her. Okay, it's like literally will just sit on her chest no matter where she goes type of thing. And it's just fucking traumatic for her, okay? Now, the entire night, she's looking at photos, you know, of every moment that we've ever had with this cat type of thing. It's not helping, obviously, but, like, what can you do type of thing. Next day, we finally managed to get back to the vet, which is, like, a Friday afternoon, so obviously I gotta work during the day. She's trying to work, but, like, good luck fucking trying to work in this state type of thing. I know I keep saying type of thing, type of this, type of that. Whatever the fuck. Deal with it, bitches. I'm in a traumatic state. Anyway, we rock up at the vet, and the vet's like, yeah, no, this is not working. He's not getting any better, like, not even temporarily type of thing. He's rebuilding up liquid. The oxygen's helping him, like, he's calmed down, he's not breathing as heavy anymore, but, like, he's still kind of breathing heavy. But overall, it looks like this is not going to work, and you're now $1,900 in the sink for an air tank all night, shots, x-rays, all that good shit. And I'm like, fucking, what do we do then? Do we just, like, leave him in a tank another night or another night? Like, how long does this go for? And she's like, no. I'm not even sure if it's heart disease anymore. I'm like, what do you fucking mean you're not even sure? You can't just hit us with heart disease and then be like, oh yeah, no, maybe I made a boo-boo. So she's like, yeah, you're gonna have to take him to like the cat ICU or like the vet ICU. I'm like, what the they got an ICU? Like, I didn't even know this shit was a thing, okay. So we end up traveling to the other goddamn side of the city. We rock up at this like fancy schmancy ass hospital where the toilets are better than human fucking hospital toilets, man. I'm talking like gold plated type of shit. Not really, but like might as fucking well be. We rock up and there's just like, I don't know, pet Armageddon's fucking happen. Everyone and their pet in the goddamn city is at the ICUs, fucking emergency nurses running around and shit. They're fucking doing triage out here, man. They're like, this one's fucking dead, X. You know, if you ever saw that movie about Pearl Harbor, where they're doing the bombing and they're fucking just marking the people that they're not gonna make it, so just skip them. That's what they're fucking doing, pets out here. They're like, X, yeah, this one's good. This one's like fucking critical, X. Like, it's just chaos, okay. And eventually we managed to get our cat in there after sitting there for like 5 hours into the goddamn night, approaching midnight, okay? And they take the cat in and they give him like a bunch of random shit. I don't even know what it is. Like, they're trying to explain it to us, but like, I don't speak Vietnamese. Like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm like, will he live? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, okay, so what do we do now? And they're like, okay, we're going to give him a CT scan. But we're not going to get the results back until tomorrow because it's fucking Armageddon out here type of thing. I was like, okay, fucking do that. Keep him alive. I pay money. We good. Okay? And then they did do that. They kept him alive somehow. Okay? Anyway, we get the scans the next morning and they're looking at the scans and they're like, okay. Oh, I forgot to mention this. First, before we got the scans, they also got the x-rays from the other vet. So they reviewed it and they're like, no, this is definitely not heart disease, but it looks like it's possibly lung cancer or an internal herniation of some sort. And like, we've now gone from fucking heart disease to lung cancer and internal herniation. I guess maybe kind of better. I don't know, okay? Like, I don't think lung cancer is better than fucking heart disease, but like, we've just gone from one traumatic experience to the fucking next one, okay? And then the next morning, obviously, whole night passes, wife bawling her eyes out, looking at photos of the cat. I can't even mention anything cat related. Otherwise, it's just, it's over, game over type of thing. This is why I'm not making multiple videos in a row, okay? Because, like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to sit in here and happily go lucky talk to you guys type of thing. But anyway, we get the CT scans in there like, okay, no, this is none of those things. What it looks like is probably an abscess or it's some other special type of abscess. So basically they explain it to us that in his chest, he's got like, he will either have a hard abscess or he's got like a kind of like a soft one. And basically the hard one is like the body's detected something that's wrapped around it, inside's filled with pus, okay? And the second one is there is no hard outside, and it's just pus free floating between the organs or some stuff. Anyway, they can't really tell from the CT scan. But they're like, well, the obvious treatment for this is general fucking antibiotics. He's got to be on this, and we're going to keep him on this for 3 days. So for 3 days, we have to, like, leave him here. This cat fucking hates leaving the house. He hates every human alive. He hates everything, okay? Except for my wife. So my wife comes back once a day to feed him because he just refuses to fucking eat unless she's there to hand feed him type of thing. And we're coming back 3 times. And I gotta tell you guys, okay? On this is like 2.5 hours away, this ICU unit, okay? So it's like 2.5 hours there. Feed the goddamn cat. Make sure he's, like, happy. He's not, okay? Dude, cats, they are vengeful, okay? So she will come along, give him food, he'll eat the food, look at her, like, angrily, and then turn away and not look at her. He will face the wall purposely, and she's like, Kato, look at me, like, she just wants to see that he, you know, he's alive, but, like, you know, he cares. But he's, like, refusing to look at it. He's like, nah, I'm not looking at you, bitch. I'm looking at this fucking wall. And you can see him looking in the reflection because the wall's, like, metal again. He's, like, looking back at it type of thing. So this is, like, him getting revenge for being put in this place he doesn't want to be in. Doesn't understand, like, literally his life is on the line type of thing. Anyway, so for 3 days we do this. Thank God we got fucking insurance, but insurance doesn't cover it. We lose 5k to insurance and another 10k to fucking overnight stays with, like, antibiotics and all this type of stuff. And finally today, we could bring him home. And he's downstairs right now, sleeping in his cushion. But that doesn't mean he's out of the works. Or he's not completely safe yet. So tomorrow we got a call with a surgeon, okay? So the antibiotics have fixed pretty much everything up except for the fact that he's still got whatever that is in his chest. So basically we're going to have a chat with them tomorrow and they're going to tell us, you know, again, there's a few things that could happen. So we've got to feed him antibiotics for the next goddamn week, okay? And then come the next weekend, we've got to go and get him new scans to check to see if this thing has, like, been destroyed by the antibiotics and reconsumed by the body, or if it's actually an abscess and it's just going to sit there, okay? And based on that, they're going to make a decision. Well, we need to make a decision. Now, here's the fucked up bit, okay? So we've spent already, like, over 10k for this cat, okay? We're rapidly approaching 15k at this rate. If this dude needs surgery, it's going to be a full-on fucking chest open, you know, crack the ribs type of thing, get in there to remove whatever this thing is. That's going to cost me probably another 15 grand. This cat is going to be more expensive than a fucking high-end car. So at the moment, he's now 15k in the hole, and we got him for $15 all these years ago, okay? That's why I said that number's important, but it may end up being another 15k on top. Now, I'm laughing, okay? I'm laughing on the outside here because, well, this is... What can you do? But at least my wife's mental health is kind of there still, okay? So I feel like he's going to pull through. He should be right. He's probably going to need surgery. It's going to cost me a goddamn fortune. I'm going to have to sell shares in fucking one of the companies I own or something, okay? To pay for this shit. But by God, I feel like I don't want to make this political, guys, but I feel like I'm living through the American health system right now in Australia, but for a cat. Because it's just bill after bill after bill. I'm just seeing these numbers clock up, and I'm like, bro, this shit's clocking up so fucking fast. It's just insane at this point. I may walk away, at the end of this, 30 plus K. And that's like in a good case. So yeah, I figured I'd share it all with you guys. If I look a bit stressed over the next week and you see me fucking twitching type of thing, or you see me sitting here naked with no Elmo because, Elmo's out on the street pimping his goddamn ass to try and make some money type of thing, you know why now, okay? That's what's been going on. I may not do videos randomly every now and then over the next week or so until, like, this whole fucking thing's sorted out. And by God, I need a fucking holiday. Anyway, hope you all have enjoyed my suffering. I know a lot of you guys like to see me suffer. After all, I am doing the Dreaming Spanish series, and you guys are always choosing the most painful routes for me, so enjoy my suffering. And sub to the channel. Sub. And fucking click on some ads or something. No, don't do that. That's against the terms of service. Don't do that. But click on them. Give me some fucking money.